And then, sa Article 1.1 ng Philippine Electrical Code, maraming conductor ang nabanggit doon, katulad ng mga service point, service drop, yung bonding conductor, feeder conductor, meron pang service conductor, grounding electrode conductor, grounding electrode, grounded conductor, equipment grounding conductor, service interest conductor, at saka yung branch circuit conductor. So dito, iikot yung ating discussion. Araw mga kapatid, so our presentation today is about the difference between the service, feeder, and the branch circuit conductors na binabanggit ni Philippine Electrical Code sa ating mga installation sa electrical system. So una, kailangan natin ma-determine or ma-define ano ba yung electrical conductors. So it is a metallic materials that allow electrical current. So, simply, a conductor is a metallic materials na nag-aalaw ng flow of current. So, sinasabi na si gold and silver yung best conductor. Pero dahil sa mahal ang kanyang per unit weight, so hindi siya economical na gamitin para sa mga electrical conductor. Second is that kung gagamitin natin ang gold at silver as conductor sa electrical system natin, so matetempt ang ating mga kapatid na pwede nilang kuhanin yan dahil mahal nga ang bentahan. So tukso siya. So gold and silver is not economical to use as conductors. So, si copper naman, siya yung ginagamit natin as electrical conductor material due to malleability and ductility. So, si copper ay may higher tensile strength and easy to splice or ihinang. Okay? So, ito yon representation ng resistivity ng metal at 20 degrees Celsius. So, alam naman natin na ang resistivity is directly proportional sa resistance ng material. So, kung ang iyong resistivity ay mataas, so mataas ang resistance mo. And alam naman natin sa conductors, electrical conductors, hanggat maaari ay mababa yung kanyang resistance para yung service, yung voltage drop niya is mababa din. So, ito yung mga type ng metal from silver, tin. Tin is the highest resistivity with the highest resistivity. And yung silver, yung mas maliit yung resistivity, no? Kaya maliit among the metal. So, second si copper and si gold. Pero commonly used conductors natin is si copper, which meron siyang 1.68 times 10 to the negative 8 ohms millimeter squared per meter. So, nowadays, marami na rin gumagamit ng aluminum. But then, yun nga, ang drawback lang naman ni aluminum is mas malaki ang kanyang sizing, and ang effect niyan is yung syempre yung kanyang rest waste is magiging crash din. Ano? So, ito naman yung common sizes na conductors. We have the minimum of 2.0 mm squared up to 500 mm squared. Yan yung mga ginagamit nating size sa sizing ng ating electrical design. Based ito sa Philippine Electrical Code 2017, Table 3.10.2.6. So, meron tayong video regarding sa how to size conductor and paano ba i-interpret or gamitin ang table na ito. So, okay. And then, sa Article 1.1 ng Philippine Electrical Code, maraming conductor ang nabanggit doon, katulad ng mga service point, service drop, yung bonding conductor, feeder conductor, meron pang service conductor, grounding electrode conductor, grounding electrode, grounded conductor, equipment grounding conductor, service interest conductor, at saka yung branch circuit conductor. So, dito, iikot yung ating discussion. So, una, ano ba yung bonding conductor? So, sabi ni PEC, si bonding conductor is a reliable conductor to ensure the required electrical conductivity between metal parts required to be electrically connected. So, siya yung conductor na kinukonect natin sa mga metal parts ng ating mga electrical equipment. So, sa ating panel, meron tayong tinatawag na main bonding jumper at meron tinatawag na supply side bonding jumper. So, sa mga pipes natin, meron din yung sa mga knockout. So, meron diyang mga tinalagay tayong bonding jumper to connect yung metal between metal parts, no? So, sa ating main panel, may tinatawag tayong equipment grounding terminal. Dito yung kinukonek yung lahat ng equipment grounding conductors galing sa system natin. At meron din tayong main ground bar. Now, dito nakakonect yung tinatawag na yung grounding electrode conductors. So, ibinaband yan, no? Pero dapat sa main panel mo lang siya gagawin. Sa sub panel, hindi mo siya i-connect. Wala dapat jumper between yung ground bus at saka isa lang yan. Sa main panel lang yan. And then, papunta sa panel, dito lahat magmumula sa ATC bar mo, no? Ito yung mga sample ng ating bonding conductor. Ayan. At saka ito. So, yan ang bonding conductor. So, grounded conductor naman. So, ito yung mga circuit conductor that is intentionally grounded. So, lahat ng iyong conductor sa system mo na intentional mong i-ground, tawag dyan, grounded conductor. So, just in the case of secondary side ng transformer na Y, and you have a neutral conductor. Kung may mga single phase ka nakakabit between A and neutral, like lightings and outlet, so normally ginaground natin yan. So ngayon, kapag naglagay ka ng ground between the neutral and the main ground bar, or i-ground mo yan, so yung neutral mo ngayon ay matatawag ng grounded conductor. Okay? Hindi lahat ng neutral ay grounded conductor, no? Doon tayo nami-misinterpret. Doon natin nami-misinterpret ang ground at saka neutral. Kapag ang neutral mo is ground mo, so your neutral now is your grounded conductor. Okay? So sa case naman ng delta na midpoint grounding, yung midpoint mo between point B and C is tinaground natin yan. So again, yung neutral wire na yon would be called or pinatawagin na grounded conductor. The same in the delta corner ground. So yung phase B, grounded conductor ang tawag dyan. Kapag wala yung ground, so ungrounded conductor yung B, A, B, and C. Pero sa case ng corner grounded, delta corner grounded, yung phase B ay tinatawag na grounded conductors. So alin yan? So katulad nito sa transformer, so ito yung iyong ground conductor, ito yung ground mo, So it's grounded na yung iyong neutral dito. So that is tinatawag mong grounded conductor. Ito in this case, this is your grounded conductor. Grounding electrode conductor naman, so sabi ni PEC, the conductor used to connect the grounding electrode to the equipment grounding conductor, to the grounded conductor, or both at the service, and each building or structure were supplied with a feeder or branch circuit, or at the source separated divide system. So ano yung grounded electrode conductor? Yan tinatawag na conductor in between sa ating grounding electrode at saka yung ating main ground bus. So ito yung tinatawag na grounding electrode conductor. So normally bare conductor yan. Sabi niyan sa actual installation, ito yung tinatawag na grounding electrode conductor normally. Dito in this case, ito yung grounding electrode conductor. Okay? Grounding electrode. So, simple, ito yung device na makakonect sa earth. So, grounding electrode. So, ito yan. In this case, ito yung grounding electrode. Bar siya na nakatusok sa earth. In this case, ito yung ground rod. So, may requirement yan si PEC at the size minimum 16 mm diameter at saka babarid mo siya minimum of 240 mm or 0.24 meter. Okay. The equipment grounding conductor, tinatawag natin EGC. So, yung non-current conductor na non-current carrying conductor during normal condition na nakakonect sa body metal parts ng mga equipment going to the main ground bar, sa main panel or sa sub panel, no? So example niyan, yung body ng motor going to the ground bar, yung iyong sa metal structure ng iyong building. Okay? Transformer, body ng transformer, body ng iyong yoke ng iyong outlet. So alin ang example dyan, pansin mo yan sa mga equipment katulad dito sa panel. Ito yung mga equipment grounding conductor. So, ito yan sa genset, sa motor, equipment grounding conductor, normally green ang kulay. Yan ang requirements ng PEC. Okay. Branch circuit conductor, that is the conductor between the final overcurrent device protecting the circuits. Any conductor in between your circuit breakers at saka yung equipment, yun ang tinatawag na circuit conductor, branch circuit conductor, no? So alin yan? Ito yan. Yan yung mga branch circuit conductor sa mga outlet natin. Ito yung branch circuit conductor. Ito, branch circuit conductor yan. Ito yan. Okay? Yan ang tinatawag na branch circuit conductor. Feeder conductor naman, ito naman yung circuit conductor between the service equipment and the final overcurrent device. The conductor between the service equipment at saka yung isang feeder or okay, so feeder conductor. So itong conductor between your service equipment at saka another your overcurrent device, yan ang tinatawag na feeder conductor. So sa installation natin, normally yan. So may circuit breaker ka dito and another sets of overcurrent device panel. So tinatawag na motor feeder conductor kung motor ang load mo. So sa outlet, so feeders din yan, set of outlet, circuit breaker to panel board. Ito rin, another set. So, another feeders yun. Dito sa type na installation na ito, tinatawag itong feeders. So, we have here the circuit breaker, another circuit breaker here. So, tinatawag yung feeders. Dito, in this case, service equipment. This is a protective device yan. And between another protective device, so, tinatawag na feeders or feeder conductors. Service point, ito yung mga terminal point ng ating service conductor. So ito yung mga type ng mga service point. Typical yung service point na kagaya nito. So another type of service point. And sa ating mga bahay, makikita yan sa entrada, in between the service trap and the entrance conductor, entrada tinatawag. So yun ang service point. So sa full installation, ito yung tinatawag na service point. In this case, ito yung service point. Service conductor. So sa service conductor, is a conductor from the service point to the service disconnecting main. So any conductor between the service point, just kanina, at saka yung disconnecting main, tinatawag yan na service conductor. Papasok ng ating bahay na yan. So in this case, overhead service conductor. In this case, underground type of installation. So service conductors pa rin yan. And this one, so yan yung mga service conductor between the service point and the disconnecting mains or service equipment. Service entrance conductor. So service entrance conductor between the terminals of the service equipment and a point usually outside the building. Clear of building walls were joined by taps or spliced to the service drop or overhead service equipment. Para din siyang kanina yung service conductor. So, but in this case, ito yan. Ito, sa actual installation, ito yung service entrance conductor mo. Ito yan. Okay. Service drop, ito yung conductor between the utility and your service point. So, yan. Sa actual installation, ito yung galing poste, punta sa service point. Kung ito yung service point mo, yung nasa unahan yan, or yung palabas, yun yung service drop mo. Kung ito yung service point, ito yung service drop mo. That's all. So, thank you for watching.